Hello everyone. I, Deepani Bhardwaj, welcomes you all again, and today we are going to discuss about the new President of America. So today's topic is Know the new President of America. So let's start with our topic. Joe Biden. As you know that Joe Biden has won the presidential election of the US and is the new president of America. So we'll be starting with his early life, we'll be understanding how he was born, that is how his parent used to struggle and he started all his studies. He faced some issues with his life also and finally became the president of America. Everyone thinks that we have this issue, we have that issue, we can't do anything and all sort of these things, but he is the best example via which you can understand that in spite of facing all the issues, he is now the president of America. That means anyone can become anything, just only the thing that is required is your passion and your efforts in achieving the goals. Fine, so let's start with Joe Biden. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. is an American politician and is new president of the United States. He has defeated Donald Trump in the 2020 United States presidential election and he will be inaugurated as the 46th president on 20 January 2021. One more thing. People think that now we are at the old age, we can't do anything. Some people think it's already too late. He's the best example in which you will find that he is the oldest US president. Fine. His name has come in the records. So you can feel motivated by looking at him, by understanding about him. About Biden. Joe Biden became the fifth youngest US senator in the history as well as the Delaware's longest serving senator. His 2008 presidential campaign did not gain the momentum, but Democratic nominee Barack Obama selected him as a running mate. And Biden went to serve 2 years as 47th Vice President of the United States. In 2017, at the close of his administration, Obama presented Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 2 years later, Biden launched his campaign for the US president and was elected as the 46th president of the United States. Fine. Now, if we'll talk about his early life, he had some issues like he was not from the rich family. Apart from that, he had problem in his speaking also, but in spite of all those issues, he left all those issues back and finally became the president. So let's understand about his early life as well. Before reaching one of the highest political offices in the nation, Biden, who was born on 20th November 1942, grew up in the blue-collar city of Scranton in the northeast Pennsylvania. Fine. His father, whose name was Joseph Biden Sr., used to clean furnaces and as a used car salesman. His mother was Catherine Eugenia Jean. As a child, Biden struggled with a stutter, and children or his friends or his mates used to call him Dash and Joe impedimenta to mock him. Mock him means to say that you are unable to speak and all those issues are with you. But what did he do? He did not just sit idle and cry. What did he do? He slowly and slowly overcame his speech impediment by memorizing long passages of the poetry and recited them out loud in front of the mirror. As you know, every detail about this particular issue, if someone has this issue, the main resolving all this issue, the main criteria of resolving this issue is just stand in front of the mirror and start speaking up. And one day, surely you'll stop stammering. Fine. So Biden attended the St. Helena School until he gained acceptance into the prestigious Acmere Academy. So once he had the problem in speaking, but he practiced a lot. He did not lose his temper. He did not think that I can't do this, and finally he achieved what he wanted. That is, he started speaking fluently. Fine. Now, Talking about his political career, after graduating from the law school in 1968, Biden moved to Wilmington, Delaware to begin practicing at a law firm. He also became an active member of the Democratic Party and in 1970 he was elected to the Newcastle County Council. While serving as councilman in 1971, Biden started to own law firm. He started his own law firm. Fine. In 1972, Delaware Democratic Party encouraged a 29-year-old Biden. At that time, Biden was 29 years old to run against the popular Republican incumbent J. Caleb Boggs for the United States Senate. Although few thought he stood any chance, Biden ran a tireless campaign organized mostly by family members. His sister served as his campaign manager and both of his parents campaigned daily. That November, in a tight race with a large turnout, Biden won an upset victory to become the fifth youngest US senator elected in the nation's history. See, he was the youngest that time and he is the oldest this time. Fine. Now, in 2007, 20 years after his first unsuccessful presidential bid, Biden once again decided to run for the US presidency. Despite his years of experience in the Senate, however, Biden's campaign failed to generate much momentum in a field dominated by Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Biden dropped out after receiving less than 1% of the vote in the crucial Iowa caucuses. On 2nd November 2008, Barack Obama and Joe Biden convincingly defeated the Republican ticket of Arizona Senator John McCain and Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. On January 20th, 2009, Obama was sworn in as the 44th US President and Biden became the 47th Vice President. Fine. Now, talking about his second term, running for the re-election in 2012, the Obama-Biden team faced Republican challenger Mitt Romney, who won a former governor of Massachusetts and Romney's vice presidential running mate. US Romney's vice presidential running mate, US Representative Paul Ryan of Wisconsin. Obama defeated Romney in 2012 election, earning a second term as a president and Biden another term as the vice president. So this was second term for both, whom Obama also and Biden also. So President Obama received nearly 60% of the electoral vote and won the popular vote by more than 1 million ballots. Later that year, Biden showed how influential a vice president could be. He was instrumental in achieving a bipartisan agreement on tax increases and spending cuts to avoid the fiscal cliff crisis. With a looming deadline, Biden was able to hammer out a deal with Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on January 1st, 2013. The fiscal cliff bill passed in the Senate after months of tough negotiations. The House of Representatives approved it later that day. Around this time, Biden also became a leading figure in the national debate about gun control. He was selected to head up a special task force on the issue after the school shooting at a Newtown, Connecticut elementary school that December. Biden delivered solutions of reducing gun violence across the nation to President Obama in January 2013. He held craft 19 actions after the president could take on the issue using his power of executive order among other recommendations. So this was all about the second term. And finally, talking about his election as the President of America 2020 presidential campaign. On 25th April 2019, Biden delivered the news that he was running for the president in 2020. In his 3.5 minute video announcement, the former vice president referenced President Trump's attempt to equate people on both sides of the violent, racially charged clash in Charlottesville Virginia in 2017, saying he knew that the threat of our nation was unlike any I would have ever seen in my lifetime. So, this was the speech which he gave in his 3.5 minutes. The much anticipated first presidential debate between Biden and Trump on September 29th this year, that is 2020, was a messy affair marked by frequent interruptions and heated discussions that quickly spiraled off the topic. A flustered Biden called his opponent a clown, but he also managed to get in several shots at the president's handling of the coronavirus pandemic and emphatically presented his views on law enforcement and climate change. So finally, he became the president this year and he will be taking up charges in the January next year, that is 2021. So you can see that starting from his life where he was not from a good family, I mean from not a rich family, but then also he survived himself and kept on grooming his skills. For example, the best example is with his speaking skills. He was unable to speak properly because of that his classmates, his friends, his all the kids used to say something about him and used to mock him, but finally he proved himself by his efforts, by his hard work. In the similar way, you should keep on improving yourself so that you can achieve your aim as soon as possible. Fine. So please do not lose hope in any kind of situation, as he's the best example for it. So thanking you for watching this video. In case you have any doubt, comment section is available for you. So please do like it, comment on it and share it as much as possible. So thanking you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.